Thousands of babies countrywide are not getting their vaccinations on time, putting them at risk of contracting potentially deadly diseases. In 2010, South Africa had a national measles outbreak with almost 20,000 reported cases. Zitilele in rural Eastern Cape was one of the worst hit areas.
Measles can have a fairly benign course, but it also, especially older people, can have very serious consequences. And so when we had our measles outbreak a few years back, we had 8 deaths in the people that came, and most of them were sort of teenagers or young women or pregnant women. So it's a significant and a dangerous disease, and it had a massive impact on our community when we had our outbreak here.
Phumla Tsama's 2-year-old daughter was one of the victims of the outbreak. She had never received the measles vaccine.
Bathi lapha kule clinic endandiye kuyo bathi abanayo. So kungabangcono ndibuyele apha bendithintela khona, apho kufanele bandiyuthintela khona, bona abanayo. It's out of stock. And ngexesha umntana eqala ukugula zange ndicinge uba inoba yiyo, because i-symptoms zazo zifana nje neze-fever nje, ndacinga noba just a fever. I wasn't aware uba i-measles. Ndiyamkhumbula umntana wam kakhulu. I used to cry a lot when I'm alone. Ndicinge uba umntanam if ndandimthindelisile ngabe ngisenaye.
95% of our population has to be immunized in order to completely eliminate new cases of measles. But as Phumla found, there are often obstacles to receiving immunizations for one's child.
Well, I think we still are not really getting the basics right. So I think that the first issue is that we still have stockouts of immunizations regularly. And so when mothers arrive, they often don't have immunizations. They get turned back, they get told to come back a week or two later. Often they don't have money to do that.
For parents like Nomvu Yuseko who live in remote areas, it's not always easy to get back to the clinic after being turned away.
Ndile ekliniki ndiyothindelisa umntana 9 months. Kwathiwa ayikho imasisi, ze ndiphinde ndize i-12 months. Ndize i-12 months. Andikhayi ke ngoku.
Another worry is whether the vaccines being administered will actually work. Vaccines have to be stored at very specific temperatures, otherwise they can be rendered completely useless.
Especially in rural clinics where the electricity sometimes goes out, the gas fridges are not very effective, and also the other issue is often that the fridges are too cold and so they freeze the immunizations. We don't really know if those immunizations that the children are getting are effective immunizations.
In addition to measles, children need immunizations against a host of other diseases. One of the ways Carl and his team have been trying to assist mothers is by teaching them how to understand their child's immunization card.
There's often not an awareness of the fact that they haven't got a full schedule of immunizations at the visits that they should have got. Sometimes that is also not passed on to the mom, so they're not aware of the fact that that should be happening, and they don't, so they can't go back to the clinic and ask for these immunizations themselves.